Morning, guys. Actually, not morning. It's late at night. Well, it's like 10 o'clock at night. So, yeah, I got some clear. I'm doing a second pour today because it's my day off. And I'm making the lettering for a sign to hang outside my booth at my upcoming art shows. So, gonna have to do this in two parts because obviously I don't have enough letters for the full title of Joy of Resin. So, we're gonna start here and then we'll do another one tomorrow or the next day. Just have the clear, might add some color to it after we finish this and the bombs. In the meantime, let's get started. Okay, so I'm making sure the resin gets up underneath all the little stones that I put in here to clear out the bubbles. I should probably spritz these with alcohol. So I'm going to do that. Gotta go really slow on these since they're such small pieces. I'm sure a lot of you would just use UV resin, but that is just not something that I know how to utilize properly, so I stay away from it. I had a bad experience once, way back at the beginning of my resin career. Found some at like an Amazon discount store right when I was getting started. Didn't know what I was doing with it, didn't know what the difference was between UV and regular resin. So just played around with it and was wildly disappointed with what I came up with. It was completely my fault, although the resin itself was probably not that great, was probably out of date. But also, I just didn't know how to cure UV resin or how to work with it properly. But it just kind of soured me on the subject. And I have a lot more fun making these bigger pieces. Well, not these bigger pieces, these are relatively small pieces. Let's scooch this over just a little bit. Okay. Now I just gotta figure out which mold to use to make the base of the sign itself. Kind of want to do something a little bit large, but not crazy. Something that I can kind of display, you know, my talents with, I guess, for lack of a better word. But I'm also going to try and make a, like, hand chiseled. So I'm going to try to do one that's like made pure resin. I do have this, like, not a river table, but, you know, a waterway scene piece that gets poured in stages. It's hard to explain. I've only ever made like one or two of those because they're a pain in the ass. Anyway, might use that, fill it up, and then secure these to the front. And then I also have, I really hope there was no resin on my finger because I just put it in my ear. Wow. The joy of crafting when you're tired. Okay, so now I have a problem because I want to add a layer to the bombs. And I can't move this because it's too big to fit on a transfer board. So I might just... Going to be very, very careful. Okay. That... Obviously this is just going to sit overnight. Let's see if I can move my camera enough to kind of show you down inside. The orb. Okay. Orb 1. Sorry. Bomb 1. Bomb 2. Alright. So. First pour, second pour to secure it. Third pour, flip it. Okay. Okay. There we go. All set. And now for the rest of my resin, I just have some painted flowers. Back you go. Okay. You know, I'm actually just... Okay, I'm not going to add color to this clear. I am just going to add some sparkles. because, you know, flowers ought to be sparkly. So just drop in a little bit of that super fine glitter, mix it up. And we're good to go. All right, let's not forget the spritz. These are some of the pieces that I painted last night with my friend. And we're just gonna fill them up. Give them a little wiggle to release those air bubbles. Well, that worked out perfectly. Okay, so that's done. Yeah, so I'm just gonna very gently hit these with a heat gun. And I don't think my letters, I do think my letters require a little heat gun action. All right, so that's all set. And I'm just going to leave that overnight. And we'll see how everything turned out tomorrow. So for now, farewell. I will see you again soon, guys.